Alright, so we'll be talking about dynamic routing for today. Dynamic routing means that the router learns the route dynamically. So one of the routing protocols, dynamic routing protocols we are going to be configuring today will be RIP version 2, and then we'll also be configuring OSPF, and we'll also be configuring EIGRP. So we'll start with RIP right now. So, and then we've already done this, and we're just going straight to the configuration. All right, we're going straight to the configuration. So these are the features of the RIP. It broadcasts updates every 30 seconds, right? And then it has it uses hop count, which is not more than 15 hop counts. So at every point, it broadcasts. If the other router is not available, it will assume that the router is down, and then chooses another path based on the matrix, which is the least matrix. All right. So let's go straight to the configuration. How do we configure RIP on Internet Protocol version 4? We configure it on the router as compared to IP version 6 that is configured on interface. So here we go. So we have our topology already. We're going to go to our topology. So this is the topology we are going to use. So we've already labeled this topology. So we have two LANs interconnected together using a serial link, and then this network is using the serial link network is 11.10.0.0 network, while the first router is using 192.168.1.0 network. The second router is using 192.168.2.0 network. And then we are going to go through our notepad to write the commands like we did yesterday. And I think we've already written the commands down that we configured yesterday. So yesterday we started with static routing, which we actually configured. And I think if you go and look at the router, static routing is already configured, but today we want to configure the dynamic routing using the same protocol. So we open the router. Are you following me?
Yes.
Now let's go. So we open the router to first of all confirm if our configurations were saved. How do we confirm that? If our configurations were saved, I'm going to zoom this. Right? So are we together? So this is it. I'm going to the first router, which is router 1. Let's do it together. Are you there? So I'm going to open my router 1. Remember, we are what mode are we now? Privilege mode. So with privilege mode, what can we see in the router? We will see what? The router configuration, right? By using show commands. So right here, let's assume we don't know what to do. We can put a question mark. Just put a question mark. It takes us to this place. So these are the things you can configure clock on the privilege mode here. And then you can also make use of what? Erase flash and all that. And then you can do your show command. So what we want to do here, when you are done with what you're doing, can press Ctrl Z. So right here, we are going to use show command to say show. I'm not going to be writing it in full. Are you following me?
Yes, that's right.
So if I say show, just SH space show. IP means that we want to check if IP address has been configured on any interface. So we say show IP interface. Interface, I'm not going to write it in full. I'm going to write just INT. Show IP interface. Then brief. Brief means give me small portion of it. Just summarize it. So I'm going to use, instead of using brief in full, I will just use BR and then hit enter. Show IP interface brief. Hit enter. So look at it here. Now there's another command I want you to note down. Now, how do we see, you know that if this router has so many interfaces, you will need to be looking down which one is configured. So in that case, if you do not want to see other interfaces that don't have IP addresses, what do? After writing this command, you say space, then pipe it. Pipe means press your shift key plus backslash on your keyboard. It will bring this piping out. Then you say exclude. I'm not going to write it in full. Exclude. Are you following? Exclude unassigned. That means you don't assign this one. Exclude unassigned. So if I say enter, you notice that it's only showing me 2 interfaces that have IP addresses. Can we see that? Are you seeing? Other ones are hidden. Are we together? So another way you can do this is by just using EX space, then UN. Show IP interface brief, pipe the output to what? EX UN. Have you done that? Yes. Please can you turn your systems? I want to see, to be sure that you are following us. I'm coming around to see. I want to be sure you are following us. Let me see your system. Let me see. You've not done it yet. Where's your own? Okay, let me see. Show IP. Interface brief, pipe it to. Oh, good job. Make it snappy because you are working with time. Where is it? Where's your own command? Show IP interface brief. Yeah, but that means you have not configured IP addresses on it. Okay. How are we going to do right now? Some people are here to configure the IP addresses. Who has configured this successfully? Hello. So okay. Quickly, we are going to do this. Let's forget about the commands. Let's make it snappy. Hello. I'm going to remove the IP addresses. How do I do that? I will say configure. I'm going to the global mode now. Config T, hit enter. Then I will say, I will call up I want to remove all the IPs that I configured on this particular router. So I will say interface G 0/0/0, enter. I will say no IP. No IP. Don't follow me if you know you have not configured. No IP add. The IP address was 192.168.1.1. 255.255.255.0, hit enter. Sorry, something is wrong there. Sorry, I put IPP. Sorry, that's why you should be watching to correct in case I make mistakes. So and then it has removed the IP. I'll go to the other interface now. I'll go to the next interface, which is the serial SE 0/1/0. All right, hit enter, and then you say no IP add. 11.10.1. Sorry, is it 1 or 0.1? 0.1 255.255.255.2.0. Hit enter, and then now let me go back to. I will do end. All right. Now let's see what happens. I will now do back. Show IP interface brief. Notice that there is no more IP address assigned. Hello. Have you seen it? No more IP address assigned. So I'm going to come to the second route and do the same thing. Also, I want us to start the configuration again afresh. That means you are going to do the static configuration again all over, which is not nice. It's not really nice enough. So let's go here and then here enable. I'm going to use the full command enable. Here we say show IP interface brief. So you can see that's IP addresses assigned. So what do? I enter global mode, config T. I will say interface G 0/0/0, no IP. So to remove an IP address from an interface, just use the command no IP address, then put the address. So here 192.168.2.1, that was the IP address. subnet mask was 255.255.255.0, enter, it has removed the IP address. Then we enter the second interface, SE0/1/0, enter, no IP, add 11.10.0.2 space 255.255.255.0, enter. Now we go back and use end to go back. Then here if you say show IP interface brief, there is no more IP address. Are we good now? So we start the configuration afresh. Now the configuration we are going to do now is, I'm going to show us this. I will remove the zoom right now so that you can see the screen very well. So here, so we come back here. Are you okay now? So look at the, can you see this? Let me see if I can make it bolder. That's what I'm trying to do. Now is it okay by us? Can you see the commands? Please note down the commands. Make it snappy, please. So this is on router 1. Now on router 1, the command is enter the interface, just click on the router, then when it opens, type the command enable, type the second command configure terminal, and then interface. This is the interface ID here. Can you see? Let's continue. We are about to configure static routing configuration. What is static routing? Static routing is used by administrators to dedicate a particular path. Are you listening? To which data must flow in and out of the network. All right. So we are going to be configuring static routing and dynamic routing, and we're also going to configure default route. What is the meaning of default route? Default means that when a specific route is not chosen, especially when devices are to connect and to go to the internet, all right, they are going to use a default route. So in that case, default route is just to configure it is IP route space 0.0.0.0, the space, the wildcard mask is still what? 0.0.0.0, and then the next hop, all right? So, and then the same thing with static routing, IP route, the destination network, the wildcard, the subnet mask, and then the next hop router. So that is it. So how do we do this static configuration? Remember yesterday, if this, watch what is going on, any device on this router 1 that is going to communicate, all right, with router 2 is going to use 11.2 interface. Are we together? Look at it here so that you understand, because I have done it. So here we have here, if devices from what is going on router 1, devices from router 2, when they want to come to router 1, they will pass through here, this interface, which is up here. Sorry, I'm not supposed to put 24. Let's remove the 24 so you are not confused. All right, which will pass through 11.10.0.1. And then while devices on router 1 want to go to devices on router 2, they will be passing through here, this 11.10.0.2, because that's the next hop. Are we together? So you have to specify on that router 1 destination network first, then the subnet mask, and then the exit interface. Hello. So right now let's go and configure IP addresses first. So I will copy this IP address to configure it on this router. First thing to do is to what? Add IP address to the router interface. So that is what we are going to do here now. So I'm going to add IP address to the router interface. I'll zoom the router. Look at the router here. So look at the way the router will appear in physical. So we have the physical router right here with us. So here now, we've connected a serial link, and we demonstrated that in our last video on how to connect these serial links together. So right now we are going to enter through CMD. Let's see, the router is turned on. Look at the button. So we enter through CLI, and then we say on our user execution mode, we say enable, enter, configure terminal to take us to the global mode, config T. So right now we now say interface. The interface number is interface G0/0/0. Enter. Have you done this? Now the IP address is what? IP address 192.168.1.1 space. Put space. And then the subnet mask is, because it's a /24 network, so the subnet mask is 255.255.255.0. Then hit enter. So the IP address has gone in. And then we still no shutdown, so that the interface will not be shut down. No shut down. So the interface is brought up. It's because it was up already. Remember, we removed the IP addresses. So we go to the second one, interface SE, which is a serial link interface. Enter, and then IP address 111.10.0.1 space 255.255.255.0. Enter. Then no shutdown. Have we done this? That's it.
So how do you see the interface?
Did you go to your preference?
Yeah.
On your, come here, come to options, select preference,
Yeah,
options, preference. See, it's rolling. My system is hanging. Just because. Okay, look at it. Then you say always check this box. Always show port labels in logical workspace. Then exit with the X button. Then once that is done, you come here. You will see the interface here. This is the one connecting. You have not done the right thing. Go to options. Go to options. Preference. Always show port labels. Then when you are done, come here, you see the interface. And then another way you can do that, click here. There are two ways you can do that on the body of the router itself. Come to click on physical, come to click on the router, click on config, check down, you will see. But this one will not let you know the one that this link is connected to. So you will see all the interfaces. Then from here, these are the interfaces. Or you go to CLI. From CLI, why is it hanging? From CLI, we've added IP address. We can do end from here and then do show IP or show interfaces. Show interfaces. That's all. Then start going down to check. Look at the interface here. Then keep pressing enter to see others. Then when you are done, you can press Ctrl Z. So are we done? So I have configured that particular router. I'm going to router 2 to configure it now. What's the challenge again? Don't you have the commands? Ibrahim, don't you have the commands?
I was typing from the screen.
Typing from my screen? You already have the commands. And you've already configured yours too now. It's not working?
Not done.
You are not done. So I should open it?
Yes, thank you.
It's going to drag us back. Remember, we're working with time.
I know, go to the next one.
Look at it here. Go ahead. Look at it here. That's it. I thought you have the topology already and you've configured it to work before now. I just removed my IP addresses to start afresh to configure so you can see them because of the break in communication we had. Hello. We are time bound, so I'm going to do this. Look at the commands here on the notepad. Is this okay by you? Can snap it? Snap this, please. Snap this, snap this. Let's go. Why is the system hanging at this point in time?
Ibrahim snaps and sent to me.
Are you drinking?
This one.
The system is hanging at this point in time. What's wrong with it?
Let's wait a minute.
sorry, I need to troubleshoot my system. I don't know what's wrong with it right now. Alright, so look at the commands here from the beginning. Are you okay now?
Yes.
Okay, so we are done with that. Alright, so we go to the next one, second router. I will just do copy and paste on the second router so that we don't waste time there. Copy and paste, we've modified this. So check is okay, 2.1. Then this one 11. Is this 11.0 or?
11.0.
But there's something there. Check.
You changed. You wrote 11.
This 11.10. Okay, that's good. So this is the correct IP address that we're supposed to assign here. 11.10. 10.0. What did you guys configure on your own?
200.
11 dots.
Mine is 200.0.0.0.
It's okay, so you keep up with the IP. Which one did you configure?
11.10.0.
That's the correct one we are configuring. Which one are you configuring? 11.10. So we are good now. So this is it here. I will save it. Are we cool? So we come here, so you can see maybe that is why. So if you advertise this RIP, it will not go because the network will be different. So right now we are good to go. Now let's see this. Something was wrong with this network. We didn't look at it. Look at this. We have double zeros here, so it's not good. Something was wrong with that. So this is what it's supposed to be. All right. And then this one here. This one there, the same thing. Double zeros came in. We didn't spot it. Right. We didn't spot it. Although that's for the IP route. So let's see. That's for the default route. It happened to the default route. We didn't configure that yet. So here, let's take a look again and see. So everything is cool like this. So we copy this IP address for the router 2 and just paste it at once. Copy from here to here. We are still configuring the normal IP addresses on interfaces. We have not done static routing yet. So we go back to our packet tracer. Click this router, it opens up here. Are you following us?
Sir.
Can I continue?
Yes, sir.
Are you following
Yes,
us?
sir.
Okay, so I will paste it, the commands. So that's it, it has gone in. So if I now do from here, how can I see my IP addresses from here? What command should I use? Do show IP interface brief. You still remember because I'm on the global mode. That's why I'm using that do. So hit enter so you can see it's been assigned. That's it there. So if we go now to check if the devices can ping each other, let's see if these devices, PCs, have IP addresses configured on them. So we come to. Did you know how I got here? Okay. So here, this is the PC. So go to IP config. You can see it has an IP address assigned to it. So from here, we can ping command prompt and then IP config to see the IP address of it. That's the command that we use to see IP addresses on Windows systems. So it's using 2.3. So we now say, let's try to ping the gateway. Ping 192.168.2.1, which is the gateway. So you can see packets are going through. Alright. But now if you try to ping the network that is outside of it, which is the router 192.168.1.3. So we are trying to ping this guy here, which is on another network. It will not go because we've not advertised. Let's see if we've not advertised the route, so it will not go. Hello. We've not advertised. Okay, it's going because we did. I think we've already configured static routing on it. That's why it's going through. So that means we need to remove the static routing. Hello. So I am not going to. So now for us to, now since we've already configured static routing, how can we see that we've configured that? We go to any of these routers to check, right? Come to any of these routers to check by doing Watch, from here we say show IP protocol. Let's see what we have there. There's no protocol. Let's see show IP route. IP route. I'm not gonna IP route. Now look at it. There's a static IP configured on it. That is it. So this S you are seeing here means static. So you can see that's the command to check it. Show IP route. So it means that a static IP address that we use to configure it. So right now, because the focus on today's class was what? Dynamic routing configuration. Look up while I show you how we can remove this static. Look up while I show you how to remove this static. We just do config T, configure terminal, config T, and then we say no, watch, no IP route. No IP route, watch before I say no IP route for you to see. Look at the routing that we configured earlier. This was it here. So you can just copy this command, watch. You can just copy this command here. And then, do you know what this command means? It means IP route, destination network, that's on router 1. This is the destination network, is going to network 2. Now, which interface is it going to pass through? It's going to pass through the serial link SE01/0, which has this IP address. So if we don't want to put this IP address here, watch. We can simply say SE0/1/0. It will go through. Hello. If you replace it with this, it will go through. But let's use IP address. So on IP version 6, we will likely be using interfaces instead of IP addresses. So now I'm going to copy this here and try to remove it so that we can configure dynamic routing. Do you understand? So here I'm going to delete this, and then I will now say no. I'll paste this one. Watch. So it has removed it. Hit enter. Sorry, there's something there. I think is showing to. There's something there. Let me paste this. All right. Let me use this one. No. Put no in front. Enter. So it has removed it. So if I try to ping again for you to see if it has been removed, watch what will happen. If I go back to this PC to try to ping that network, it will not go again. Watch. Look up. See. Ping. It will not go because the route is no longer advertised. Are we together? It will not go again. We have removed static routing, and dynamic routing is not configured on it. Alright, so let's go. And then I'm going to exit this. Should I remove the zoom now? So we come back to our normal topology. Now what can we do? Let's go back. On this other router 2, I will also go and remove the static route that we configured by saying no IP route 192.168.1.0 network 255.255.255, alright, .0. Then the route is 11.10.0.1. Hit enter. It has removed it as well. So if we go back now and say exit, and then we go and say show IP route, you will see that there is no route recorded. There is no static route configured again. So the devices can no longer ping each other. Now let's take from here to ping this other PC here and see what will happen. So we go to desktop, we say ping. Are you seeing this? Let's see something. Drag this. Let's see what happens if it's going to ping. We say ping 192.168.2.3. Enter. It's not going to ping. You can see destination unreachable. Hello. Are we together? Destination unreachable. So now let's go and configure RIP. Hello. You know what I can do for us? Let me try to do this so that it will be more catchy. It will be more catchy. Let me do this, but just that it's going to deface our configuration. Let's see if it works. So I'll paste this here. This no noise now, so we can look at it here. Hello, look at router 1. So what I'm configuring here on router 1, watch you. I've removed the hash now. Router. So here, let's see. Now this is the command. Hello. This is the command on router 1. So let us use this. Watch now, look up. Let us use these commands here. I brought them here so you can see them live. So this is what we are trying to configure now on the router 1. Router RIP version 2 network. This is not going to go because there is a space in between the network. Okay, I think they are together, but I don't know why it's showing like that here. So let's go. Take down these commands while we configure it. These commands. Just this one here. Are we together? So let's go. On the first router, I will zoom it again so you can see. So we are here now. We say router. Remember, we are not on the interface. Router. You can put question mark first to see what you can configure. So with question mark, you will see what we have here. If you scroll down, you will see, look at the router here. That's it. Are you seeing it? So we come back and say router. Now when you put router, you don't know the next command. Hello. You don't know the next command. This is why Cisco is very user friendly. If you do not know the next command to put there, put a question mark. It shows you, look at the routing protocols you can configure there. Then we say router RIP, enter. Then put question mark again. It tells you what you can configure under RIP. This is the auto summary I told us about. If you put auto summary, no auto summary, it will not allow the updates to be broadcasting. Alright, so here we now say version 2. And then we say network. I'm not going to write the network in full. Under networks under the router 1, we have 2 networks. This one here, this network 1, and then this network that they are sharing here 2. So we are going to advertise the 2 of them. Alright, we'll say network 192.168.1.0 network, hit enter. Then again, network 11.10.0.0. Are you seeing that? Enter. That's it. We've advertised it. That's all. And then we go to the second router. How many networks do we have on the second router? 1. This is the network. And then 2. Which is this one here that they are sharing together. This one. 1, 2. So we go on the second router. Watch what will happen. You see adjacency will form now. Configure terminal, and then we say router RIP, hit enter, version 2. You can use VER as the version 2. And then you say network. The first network is what? The one they are sharing, 11.10.0.0, hit enter. Second one is what? The one connecting the LANs together, 192.168.2.0, hit enter. Now we are done. Now what happens if we go back and say show IP route? See the route as coming. If we now say do show IP protocol, it will show us what protocol is running. Protocol, let's see. It tells us that it's RIP that is running. Are you seeing it? Hello. Now, this is what I didn't mention to you, that RIP default distance. Administrative distance is what? 120. Hello. Note it down. Major things you need to know about RIP is what? It broadcasts updates every 30 seconds. Secondly, it uses maximum of 15 hop counts. Thirdly, the administrative distance is what? 120. Alright? So this is it. It tells us whatever protocol is running there. So here now you can see that it's running RIP. That's it there. Can you see that? So please go ahead and configure this and let me know. Then now if you go back to ping this PC, to ping the other one, let's see if it's going to ping. Let me remove the zoom so you can see what we have. So I will remove the zoom and then try to ping. Let's see, repeat the pinging again. Before it was saying timeout, you can see it's going through now. Hello.
Hi.
Now there is something I need you to see. Let us enable debugging. Do you know what debugging is all about? It is used for troubleshooting purposes. Are we good now? Perfect, Abby. Floyd, are you good?
Yes, sir.
Is it running? Is it pinging? Issue your ping, let me see. Israel, issue your ping. Ibrahim. Alright. So we have done RIP. Are you having issues? You are good, Abby? It's pinging, Abby? If it's not pinging, let me know. Is it pinging? Alright. Now look up. There's something I want to show you. Let's try that trace route here. Let me show you something. Look at the trace route. Let me show you something. So from here, this PC, we want to do a trace route from here. So you see the hopcamp we have been talking about. A trace route from this PC to this other PC here. This one, 1.3. Let us see the hop is going to pass through. So we say trace route. I told us that. Remember I told you guys that when you are issuing a trace route on a Windows system, you have to use trace route, not trace route, like on the router. So trace route, we put the IP address 192.168.1.3. Enter. Now see what it's going to show you. Are you seeing how many count? It passes. Let me interpret what this simply means. I will remove the zoom to give you full interpretation. 3 counts we see here, 3 hop count, right? So the first one you are seeing, 192.168.2.1, it means that it passes through its own interface here. Do you understand? And then the second one, we have 11.10.0.1. It comes through the serial link up here. Look at the serial link. It passes through this interface, which is the next exit. Alright? And then the third one we are seeing here, which is 1.3, it means that it is being reached, it's been able to reach the 1.3. So that settles it. And the connection terminates. So there is another protocol that we are supposed to configure, which is what? EIGRP. Now, how do we configure EIGRP? We configure EIGRP using router EIGRP means enhanced internal gateway routing protocol. We will discuss about that in detail tomorrow, but the configuration commands I'm going to show you. So EIGRP, you pick an autonomous system number that you want them to use. Autonomous system number is like grouping of routers to belong to a particular group, just like we are having Lagos mainland, Lagos Highland, Koshofo local government, and so on and so forth. Are we together?
Yes.
So you are grouping them to be able to talk to themselves logically. So in that case, I'm going to choose 100 to use as the autonomous system number. And then, are you looking at the commands? Are you looking at the commands? And then the network, the same way, 192.168.1.0. And then the next one, network 11.10.0.0. Now, between the two of them, hello, pay attention, it is not good to run more than one protocol on your router so that you can easily troubleshoot where the issue is coming from. Do you understand?
Yes.
If you put 2 different protocols on your routing table, it is not good enough. It's not a good practice. So choose one. So in this case, EIGRP uses administrative distance of how many? 90. So it's far better than RIP and even OSPF. OSPF uses 110. So in this case, this is what you do here, and then copy this command, come to router 2, under the router 2, you paste it. But first, before you configure EIGRP, you need to first of all go and remove. You need to first of all go and remove RIP that you configured. Are we together?
Yes, sir.
So to remove RIP, just go to the router, enter and say no router RIP. It will remove it for you. So I think we'll round it up here so that when we see tomorrow, we continue the configuration of RIP. If you like this class, join us in our live sessions or online classes by signing up, and then we will get in touch with you. Thank you for watching us for today, and enjoy the rest of your day. So any issues, bring it to our attention, and then we will address it. So all the routers are pinging, and we are going to